Hey everybody, it's me. I know you've been wondering where I've been. Well, uh, as you can see, the garden's finally starting to grow. Um, I've been fighting rabbits. I mean, fighting them. I ain't never seen like rabbits in my life. They've gnawed this down 3 times. But now that I've got corn's up a little bit, they're leaving it alone finally. My tomatoes down there are doing phenomenal. There's tomatoes everywhere down there. And I finally got a row of cucumbers to come up, and it looks like they're going to leave them alone. I pray they do. And now this next row of corn, right? Let me zoom in here. This next row of corn right here, they're starting to leave it alone. But the one right next to it, you can see where just last night they mauled it from there all the way down. And I've replanted. Let me turn y'all around. And I have replanted and replanted till I just can't replant no more. I really can't. Um, it's going. I kind of expected this the first year. You know, I figured the animals, the deer and the rabbit, would go, aha, buffet. And they have. Uh, I put down everything you can imagine, from rabbit and deer repellent to uh, urine to everything you can imagine. You know, I even collected some urine and poured it out, thinking that the human smell, the urine smell, would keep the deer away. Nope. Nope, it sure won't. And it always did before, and I don't know why. I think it's because, I'll be honest with you, I think they're hitting it so hard is because it's so dry. We haven't had a good soaking rain here in some time, a long time. And I'll be honest with you, it's really starting to get aggravating. We need some rain. We need some honest to goodness ground soaking rain. Now, as you saw before, you can tell the ground. Hang on. I think I'm gonna go on and just finish planting it out in that far row where all my cherry tomatoes are over there. Uh, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and whatever I get out of them is whatever I get. Now, most people that do a big garden, the first thing they'll tell you is you don't plant your garden the first year. You work your ground, okay? And that is a common known fact. Uh, I didn't want to do that. I got excited. I wanted to harvest something, you know. And is it going to be the best harvest in the world? Probably not. Okay. I mean, you can ask Cynthia, when I first started growing in buckets, I couldn't hardly get nothing to grow. But by the next year, I'd learned enough and figured out enough on how to do it that I got a pretty good harvest off just them buckets. And my bucket garden over there is phenomenal. I mean, it's beautiful. And I'm sure Cynthia can tell you that my bucket garden beside my house, my apartment, is freaking awesome. People come by there all the time to look at it and say, how do you get them plants to grow like that? But now this is a whole different ball game for me. So I'm having to learn how to re-garden again. I took the time to learn how to garden in the buckets. Now I'm going to have to learn how to garden in the ground again. Okay? And that's not easy to do when your mindset is on one thing and you have to, well, at least it ain't for me. I'm 59-year old and I've had 8 skull fractures, so I kind of got a one-track mind. And I admit it. Plus the fact I'm a man. Okay, men do not do well with change. Never did. Okay, and I still fight that stuff sometimes. I try not to be a Neanderthal, but there's still some of it left in me. You know, but I try to overcome it. Now, all that said, um, is this garden going to produce something? Yeah, it's going to produce some corn. It's going to produce some, hopefully, cucumbers. I don't think I'm going to get any green beans at all this year. Now, fast as they come up, they gnaw them off. I mean, just as fast as that plant comes up, they gnaw them off. The deer eat them so fast that I can't keep it up. Now, I did sneak in some bean plants in between the rows of the tomatoes over there, but they ain't come up yet. And I'm waiting to see if they do. If they do, that's my only hope for green beans. And there won't be a lot. Okay? It's just about a half a row, less than 40, it's probably 20-foot row of bush beans, and that's not going to be a lot of beans. It's not. But if it's enough to give me, say 4 or 5 gallons, 6 gallon, maybe a bushel, you know, hopefully it could help me get me through the winter, you know. But now tomatoes, I'm gonna have enough tomatoes and salsa to choke a horse. There's already 72 plants out there, and I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 11 more sitting here in this bucket. So that's 83. That's going to be a lot of tomatoes if they all produce. Now, what I really am liking is those. Let me show you the cherry tomatoes, okay? I know this is aggravating. I'm sorry. These are my cherry tomatoes right here, y'all. And they're starting to get cherry tomatoes all over them, and they're growing good. I mean, no, I'm not staking them. I'm not going to do any of that. I'm just letting them grow. If I had to worry about them getting into other plants, it'd be different. I'd stake them. But since how nothing else seems to be able to make it, they ate. I had beets in that row. Right past this last corn row you see, I had beets planted all up that row. Okay. And they were coming up beautifully. Well, guess what? They're gone. Okay. Anything that I want to grow. Now there's some of my peppers, they're starting to grow finally. But I've had to plant them 4 times. Okay, let me turn you back around. That'll be the last time I do this. Okay, every time I plant something, they just come and mow it down, y'all. I mean, I don't know what else to do with it. You know, I really don't. I hope that, you know how hard it is to stare at this little dot on this camera? I don't know why, but I want the picture in front of me, but yet I still got to stare at, make it look like I'm really looking at you. I got to stare at that little camera dot, and that's hard to do. I got too much ADHD to do that. So if it looks like I'm looking to the side, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to figure out where that dot's at. And I'm dyslexic. I hope you caught that. I'm dyslexic. Okay. And anyway, ain't nobody ever said I was perfect, and I don't say I'm perfect. Okay. And ain't nobody ever gonna say I'm perfect. But I'll say this: I do my best to put my best foot forward every day. You know, that's what God expects us to do. And he expects us to try and live our life to the best of the ability that he's laid out for us and how we're to live it. Okay. And I do my best. That's all God is asking of us, is that we do our level best to live our life in a manner that is pleasing unto him. And that's what I do. Okay. Anyway, y'all, I just wanted to let y'all know that garden is growing. It's doing fine. I'm fine. There ain't nothing wrong with me. It's other than the fact that it's been 900 degrees every day and no rain. Okay. And I'm fighting with the deer and the rabbits. When it gets dry like that means their creeks dry up, their ponds are drying up, all their water sources are drying up. So when they come across the garden like this, that's an instant water source for them. They're like, this is an oasis, you know, because they can eat that they can eat that corn, and they can eat those green beans, and they can eat that everything else. Now I learned one thing: they won't touch a tomato plant, won't do it, and that's good. I at least know I'm going to get tomatoes out of it. But to them, this is a watering hole. I mean, when you're out in 95 degree, 98 degree, we had one day it was 104 degree Fahrenheit. That's ridiculous. Okay. Uh, when you're in that kind of temperature and all day long and all night long, when them deer come across this or a rabbit comes across this, they don't think they went and landed in heaven, you know, because it gives them moisture, the water that you're eating. I've even thought about setting one of my pots out here and plugging the holes in the bottom and filling it full of water for them. But that ain't going to do nothing but attract more of them. So, no. No, I'm not. But I do come out every other day and I water this. And I'm not replanting nothing else. I'm not. I'm done replanting. If they eat it, they eat it. If they don't, they don't. It's just that simple. So, I'll just be grateful for whatever I get. I know I've got tons of tomatoes over there. Them tomatoes, wow, they're everywhere. But my cherry tomatoes, they're the same way. Now I'm probably going to take these last 11 bushes. I'm going to take them over on the other side of that cherry where I had the green beans growing, and I'm probably going to go and plant them in the edge and whatever I get is whatever I get. I mean, might as well. They ain't gonna do nothing but sit there and die if I don't. And they're already tall and spindly. But the good news is about a tomato plant is I can bury that all the way up to as tall as I want to, and it'll grow. Yeah, I can bury those tomato plants deep. You know what I mean, deep. But all that said and done, okay. I think I'm gonna get off here, y'all. I'm glad I finally got out here and got a video doing it again. But I wanted to let y'all know I'm here. God loves you and I love you. If you need prayer, Stephen, STEPHEN, 1226425 at gmail.com. And folks, let's remember to be thankful for what we do have, not for what we don't. Be glad that we're at our worst, we're blessed more than most people in this world. Okay? No, we ain't eating steak. No, we ain't living high on the hog. We're having to tighten our belts, and including me, and I lost some weight. You know, I'm losing weight left and right actually because I'm not eating as much. I want to lose the weight. It's time. I want to get back to 185 pounds and the 34 waist like I was back when I was younger. Now, whether I can do that or not, I don't know, but I'm sure we're going to give it one heck of a try. And as you folks know, I'm not a quitter. Okay, I, I get something set in my mind, and I'm going to do it. That's all there is to it. Now, there just one rabbit shot across the yard. Oh, let me tell you what happened. Okay, I come out here with a BB gun, try to shoot a rabbit. Couldn't do it. They run off every time I drive up. So I thought, okay, I got something for you. I'll set a snare. So I set a snare out. I didn't have that snare out 20 minutes. Yeah, 20 minutes. And all of a sudden I started hearing the horrible scream. I thought, what on earth is that? And I thought, Jesus, what in the heck? What the? And I walk out there and there's this little baby rabbit caught in my snare. And my first thought was, I'm gonna be honest with you, my first thought was, I'm gonna stomp your little brains out. Okay? I was so mad, I thought, oh, you're gonna die, and I'm gonna throw your rotten carcass out there for the others to see. And the closer I got to that little bunny rabbit, the scareder he got. And the scareder he got, the harder he pulled. And before I knew it, without even thinking about it, I reached down, picked that little bunny up, took that snare off his foot and let him go. I couldn't kill him. I just couldn't do it. He was so cute, he's so tiny, and I thought, man, y'all, I don't want to kill any animal that I'm not gonna. I just can't do it. It didn't hurt him, it didn't harm him, it just caught him, and he didn't like it. So, but that's that little rabbit. I know that is. That's that little rabbit just shot across the yard. He probably figured out that I was here. And, oh, there's that guy that set them stairs. He'll come over and catch me if I ain't careful. You know, I'm sure he won't forget it, but I couldn't do it. I honestly could not do it. He just broke my heart. I got to look at Abe and he was so scared and shaking and shivering. I thought he was gonna have a heart attack, is what I thought, but he didn't. And I got him out of that snare and put him down on that ground. He's gone like a rocket. So no, it didn't hurt him, just scared him. But I took the snare up. You know, I did. I picked the snare up because what's going to happen is I'm going to walk away from here one of these nights if them snares are up, and it's going to happen just like it did then. It'll be 15 minutes after I'm gone. I'll snare one, and that rabbit's going to sit there and suffer and die until I get back. I can't handle that thought, y'all. Yeah, I'm going to kill one. I want to die quickly, humanely. I don't, and then I'm going to eat it. You know what I'm saying? And none of these rabbits you can eat right now. They've got that bollworm in them. And if you eat a rabbit till after the second or third freeze, you're going to get sick. They'll make you sick. But it's been that way for ever since I can remember when I was a kid. Now, is wild rabbit good? Yes, it is. It's delicious. It is very delicious. Am I going to get a couple of them out of this field this winter? Yeah. It's a shame I don't have any more good rabbit dogs like I used to. But I would even take Misty and Star, my two coon dogs that I had. But they were, oh man, they were mountain curs. They were vice breed. Man, were they smart. They could hunt anything. I tell them get a squirrel, they get the squirrel. They wouldn't touch nothing but a squirrel track. I could bring them back to the truck, load them up. I used to take them coon hunting. I'd load them back up. Then I'd just open the doors right back up, turn them loose again, and say, get the coon. They wouldn't touch another squirrel trail. They ran nothing but coon. And those dogs flat could hunt. Don't think they couldn't. Star used to hunt with his nose in the air, and Misty had her nose on the ground. And they come from Grandpa Clark's dogs, which is out of Tennessee Tig. And he was a world reigning champion, coon champion, night champion for 3 years in a row. I said world champion. And those pups come from Tennessee Tig. He was, you can look it up. He was a hell of a coon dog. And I had 2 pups. And those pups, if you had to buy them puppies outright, were $5,000 a piece as puppies. Fully trained like they were when I got them, you're probably looking at $15,000-$20,000 dog. Easy. Easy. And somebody stole them. Yeah. That's a different story. I won't go there. But anyway, all right, y'all. God loves you. And I love you. Okay? I got boogers hanging out my nose. Hang on. Really? Oh, I hate sinuses. Yeah, no more boogers. I'm sorry. That's nasty. Anyway, God loves you, and I love you. You have a great night. I hope you have a good weekend. And I'll see you here in a little while when I show you the Gardener's Road a little more. And I'm going to try and get out and get a metal detecting video going here again pretty quickly. I promise. But I want to hunt somewhere else besides my yard. All right. Straight Talk just sent me a message. Says we're now not part of something. Anyway, God loves you. Y'all have a great night. Okay? Peace. Later.